This is an Ellis Mowers and More product review. Interested in buying this product? The link is in the description below. Have a product inquiry or a home, garden, or automotive product or tool to review? Email me, ellis@ellismowers.com, or reach out on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. And as always, like and subscribe for more product reviews and small engine content. On today's product review, we're going to be looking at this item from Cobizi. This is a 10 by 20 portable carport, so essentially fully enclosed here. It is black in color, this one in particular is, and has roll-up doors on each side, vent windows on each side, which I'll show y'all in a little bit later in the video. I'll show you some of the assembly process here before we get started. Again, 10 by 20, going to be able to store quite a lot of items in this portable carport. Whether it's a car, whether it's lawn equipment, or you name it, you can put it in here. Let's go ahead and get started with some of the assembly. I'll get it assembled, and we'll see some of the features of it and explore those a little bit further next. So before I get started with everything, I just wanted to lay out everything for y'all. You got some, a bunch of poles and brackets and straps and covers and things like that. I'm going to put it together. Once I get to a critical stage in the process or finish a stage of the process, I will let y'all know and just show y'all what it looks like, because it's probably going to take me a good couple of hours, maybe even a little bit longer to put together, but I'll let you know once I get going with it. First step, I got an area cleaned off here where I'm going to put it, and got the two sides and the top ready to go according to the instruction manual. Now it looks like I'm going to be putting the round pieces on, which do require bolts and nuts. If you do have an impact driver, then this will greatly assist you in expediting this process. Alright, next step done. Round pieces are on, center braces are on, and I believe the next step is to put the legs on. So we'll get the legs on, and then I think after that it'll be time to put the frame on, which will be we'll be getting close. Maybe we'll get this done before dark. Well, there it is, all assembled. I went ahead and finished it up. I'll give you all a couple of quick assembly steps here in just a second. But what I ended up doing from where I left y'all off is, before I put the right side pieces on, I put the end pieces on here, and then I took the cover and put it all over that. And then I put the right side pieces on, put the pieces on the bottom that go on the bottom of the actual cover on after that. I'll go inside and show you all what they look like. And then after that, I took the straps here. So the straps go through kind of like a secondary hole here, not all the way down to the bottom, and it tightens up tightens up around the top there, so that you get that weatherproof outside, the weatherproof shelter all the way around. The side's just bungee on the side there, and then I'm going to go inside and show y'all what that looks like in terms of putting it together. But first, what I'm going to do is unzip it, and what I can do here is unzip it and roll it up. Now, the height of it doesn't go all the way to the top. So if you've got like an SUV or something that you want to put in here, you probably can't, unfortunately. But what you can do is just roll this up. and then you just have a snap, and you just snap it in place, just like that. I'm going to do that on the other two sides here in just a second, but I wanted to do that so that I can bring y'all into this. It is pretty vast. It is pretty well made, I believe. You know, you put your cross braces here. I really don't think, unless you're in a field exposed to a ton of wind, that this is going to topple over. But always be sure and put your anchors in, for sure. Now, in terms of one other tip as to how to put this together, you have these brackets here. One of them just helps secure it to this pole. I pushed it as far down as I could get it, and then the other one goes into the pole that is going in between the cross braces for this canopy here. Now, when you do that, you have a couple of you have like a filler gap here as well. You don't put the pole through that. You just put it through kind of in between, just kind of like you did on the end. I'm pretty pleased overall at how easy this is for the most part to come together. There are a lot of bolts and stuff you have to put in, so it does take a little bit of time. But if you're looking for some sort of shelter like this that you know, you can use to store things in, then and keep them dry, you know, these wear out over time, so you're probably going to get, I don't know, hopefully you get a few years out of this, depending on how much sun it's exposed to, how much weather it's exposed to as well. Try and get your canopy as tight as possible so it doesn't get a bunch of water pockets in it, and you should be good. But yeah, you can see the construction of it's pretty good. I'm just going to put a few things here inside it, just so you can see how much this fits, and you know, the possibilities that you can use this for. Alright, so just to give you an idea of the size of this, I've got 3 of the exact same lawnmower in there, just to give you an idea, because I do lawn equipment and stuff, and so dry storage for that is great. I got 3 of them back to back to back there, and I know I could fit them beside each other, but I'm still debating on where exactly I want to put this, just showing it in the driveway for this purpose. But as you can see, you walk inside, I've got 3 of them. You can see plenty of room on each side, which is great, and so that should work really well. Here are your vent windows. The vent windows are pretty simple. It's just a little Velcro, kind of a stiff arm on them to help keep them out. And again, on this side, I don't have them out. You can keep them in. Could be good for, you know, wind flow, airflow, and stuff like that if you're going to be inside of this when it is warm outside, or really cold outside. It kind of depends on what you want, but if it's warm, you want a bunch of airflow. So just to give you an idea, that is what you could do with one of these. Again, if it's really tall too, so you could put a nice tall shelving unit on the side. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. Also, the other end opens as well, so if you want to use this for an event like a check-in tent or something for guests to pass through as they are getting started with their time, then or getting started, or, you know, funneling people through a certain area, you can do that as well by opening both sides of the doors here. So given all of that, we'll go ahead and finish this video up. I think I've covered pretty much everything. And again, whenever you're putting it together, a good guide is to know how you've got it, or a good way to put it is this Cobizi logo. You want to make sure that it is on the correct side. Once you've got all that taken care of, you should be good to go. There is a little bit of a droop in the panels there, even though I've got it up correctly. So just keep an eye on making sure that water doesn't pool on there. But I've got them over the sides like they are supposed to be, and so you should be good to go. And before we wrap this up, a little bit in the future here, I've put it in the place that I want it to store my items, and just wanted to give y'all a view of what this looks like with the doors up, essentially, if that makes sense, with both sides, so that you could pass through it if you wanted to. Just to give you that image, if you're going to use it like this as a pass-through, you've got that option as well. And one last thing before we wrap up, there were extra hardware, and then however you want to stake it, you've got these type ground stakes right here that kind of spiral into the ground that you can hook your string to, and then you've also got your traditional ground stakes here as well. So you can use either one of those to stake it in however you would like, so that hopefully it does not fly away on you. Alright guys, that is everything on this Cobizi 10x20 portable carport here. Again, portable you can use in the loose sense of the word. It does take good 3 to 4 hours to put up from scratch, so be ready for that. And with one person, mind you, I did everything myself here, so if you've got more help, obviously it'll take less time. Overall, it seems like the construction is very good on it. If you're looking for a shelter for your vehicle, for, in my case, lawn equipment, or pretty much anything you want to keep relatively dry, this thing should do what it needs to do. You got the roll-up doors on both sides. The construction of the metal piping seems to be pretty sturdy. Again, stake it down, especially if you are in a very windy environment or if it's open to a lot of wind. So if you do that, you should be good. And hopefully this material will last you a good little while as well when it comes to, weathering. And obviously it depends on how much sun it receives and how much rain and how clean you keep the top and things along those lines. Typically though, you could probably get, depending on the right conditions, probably 3 to 5 years out of the canopy. We'll see. If it's more in the direct sun, it's going to be on the lesser side. If you do keep it in the shade, under some trees, as long as you keep the top of it clean, it'll probably last a good little while. I do appreciate y'all watching this product review. Hopefully y'all found it helpful. If you're looking for a portable carport or just portable shelter like this that you want in a semi-permanent setting. Thanks again, and I will catch y'all on the next video.